Yo, what's up, people? This is Zero coming from the Zero Effect Network, and today I would like to talk about why a code is necessary. Why people, especially black people, need to have a code. And this all was inspired by I would say a troll who came onto Brother X's channel with the unicorns, and he asked this troll started asking, why do we need a code? And me and several other brothers addressed that, explained to him why a code is necessary, what a code is. And even after explaining it, he still kept going on about, well, we don't need a code and all that. So after hearing that for so long, I got tired of it. So I put more time out. Didn't block him, but put more time out. And let him stay there about 5 minutes and let him come back. So after he came back, he started complaining about why he got blocked and all that. And I told him why. And I think he said something that pissed off one of the other moderators. And she blocked him with the quickness. Not only did she block him with the quickness, she put him on timeout for a long time. And I was like, oh well, I was trying to let him live. Try to let him air out his grievances, and that was happening. I'm like, oh well. So I added on. I mean, this is what you get when you don't follow a code. I mean, it's like it was obvious that he doesn't follow one just from his line of questioning. But the reason why you need one is because a code can guide you and direct you. It also provides protection. It strengthens the soul and the character of strengthens not just soul, but your character. Not the character, your character. It creates a stronger individual. And the reason for that, for a code, is that a code in itself essentially is self-realization and self-actualization. The reason why I say it's self-realization is because you have to take that look in the mirror and see who you really are in order to create a code. Because these are rules that you're going to follow. And I'm talking about from the individual perspective. Because that is the foundation of any code, is with the individual. And it takes self-realization to create one. You have to take that good hard look in the mirror and see yourself for who you are. And know what you're going to do, what you will tolerate, what you won't tolerate. And once you create that code, now you have to hold yourself accountable for it. Because if you don't, then what's the point of a code? And holding yourself accountable for it is what creates self-actualization. Because that builds your character right there, because you now are held accountable by the one person that matters most, yourself. And if you won't lie to yourself, you won't lie to anybody else, and you can stay true to yourself. And as I told the troll in one of my comments, I told him that the code in its basic essence is truth. Because these are your truths being listed out for you. Nobody else. Because if you can follow your set of rules, and like the society or the community has a code that needs to be followed, and it lies almost completely with yours or mostly with yours, you can have no problem following it, because that's your code. You have something you follow, and not only will you follow that, but you will follow a code of your society or community, which makes you a very trustworthy person. Because if you can't trust your own code, you can't trust yourself, and in turn nobody else can trust you. Because who would want to work alongside someone or be around someone who doesn't have a code, who can't even trust him or his or herself? I know I wouldn't. And the code provides a system of trust among yourself and your fellow human beings. Trust is very essential. Trust also provides security and protection as well. And when I think about the best examples of what a code is and how it works, I think of the samurai, because they follow the code wholeheartedly. And if they don't follow it, then it's death. Then they take their own lives. Like, that's how serious they took that. And to catch myself earlier, because I don't feel like editing this, just because someone has a code does not necessarily mean you can trust them. Like, oh, I can trust you with all this stuff, because their code might not necessarily mean that they can trust you all this stuff. It doesn't necessarily mean that. And if, like, say you're a thief or something like that, I mean, the thieves have a code. So just because, they have a code, have the stuff right there that might be valuable, it doesn't mean just because a thief has a code that you won't steal your stuff anyway. But he's a thief. That's what he does. But yeah, I think I hit the basics of it and gave a little more depth into it, and even brought in a few spiritual aspects of it. At least I think. So I would like to shout out Brother Valdez, aka the Angry Man, for making the video on the code, on about a man must have a code. Even though I didn't necessarily get it from that, I gotta get it my own experience, and I haven't seen that video in a while, so I'll probably go look at that again, because that was a very in-depth video as well. And shout out to all the other brothers who follow the code, and to my sisters, and shout out to Kendra D. I know she's probably doing a live stream while I'm making this video. Shout out to her. Cause I got a little bit off her too, but it's something I'd already have within me, but I like to give a shout out just as well. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Be sure to check out my Facebook page, which I will have in the comment section, the Zero Effect Network, and I think that's it. Oh yeah, the Black Junction thing. I was trying to get some videos on there, but currently they are moving a lot of their videos and stuff to a bigger server, so I won't be able to upload anything right now until they have finish that. But as soon as I do, I'll start putting some videos on Black Junction TV as well. So this is Zero from the Zero Effect Network. Starting local, going global. I'll see you later, people.